I was outreached in 2017 when I was 18 years old. At that time, it wasn't natural for me to believe God exists. So, the divine principle was very difficult to understand. However, around me, there were always second-generation brothers and sisters who put the divine principle at the center and sincerely love God and the nation. But at the age of 22, I faced the greatest trial of my life. It was New Year's Eve. Relative came saying they wanted to talk about the second generation were the one who taught me the greatness of a God true parent. And because of your second generation true love, I was awake. At the age of 22, I faced great trial of my life. It was New Year. See, relative came saying they wanted to talk about the principle. Suddenly, I felt that the cousin started to deny what I was believing. I thought that he was received other side's orders. However, in the morning, the front door and all the windows in the home has been barricaded and could not open. Their severe words truly deeply hurt me. So in the middle with my elder brother and a lawyer, they have come to save me, but they were driven away by the police, which was called by my family. No, it was a moment where nobody was able to say I was despair. However, despite such persecution, they could not take away my faith. Why? Because the second generation, through second generation Jacob children, I met God. As I lived diligently with second generation, we talked a lot about our life. At a young age, there are many second generations who face difficulties. Although they are called children of God, they were not understood. Even though they said they're blessed family, they did not. Family, the parents who did not stop fight, and instead the children had to stop their fight. Now, there are many second generations who have kept their faith despite their brothers and sisters lost their faith. However, within our life, I will hold on to my identity as a child of God. Instead of looking at my pain, let's make others happy. I want to make this world peace. There are many second generations who are sacrificing themselves with this heart. So I have been saved by moving forward with those second generation, and I have resolved that I want to burn my life for our second generation. Nothing. Even painful words cannot take away our faith. So, finally, after a month, I was able to escape on the second floor of the bathroom that did not have security lock. At that time, I was able to run toward the mountain and got the taxi on a slipper. At that time, the bus driver, I cannot forget the bus driver. His name was Takatsu-san, and it was a very normal name. However, in that, his name is used the letter of Hyojung, which Hyojung, stabilizing chi or something like that. So my brothers and sisters, I believe that this meeting left me a great message from God. He's saying that thank you for holding on to me with heart of filial piety. So at that moment, God worked through me, and I realized God has been looking at the path that I was walking. That was the past 2 years, various different news in the media has been spread, and that could bring us down. However, please do not lose your spirit. First generation who have been revived and saved by second generation, have resolved to sacrifice my life. Even if it means I have to sacrifice my life, I want to create a world where it's filled of true love. And she always worries about me. And several times she told me that I must go to 40-day workshop. So she persuaded me for a year so that I can attend 40-day workshop. So I was able to attend general 40-day workshop on March 7th. Amongst many graces, the first grace was during the great works. Of course, my family was trying their best to make me fall apart from the church. Even after they fail, they still think, even after they fail to convert me, they still think the Family Federation is a cult. So I had to argue with my mom, and at the end my mom said, I don't want to meet you again to me. So as a son, listening to these words from my mother really pierced my heart. And afterwards, as I went up to holy grounds and offered prayer in every step I took, I realized one thing. And that is, Heavenly Parents have been living the repeated life that I am experiencing right now. And most above anything else, the unforgettable day have come, which is March 4th, the ruling of dissolution of Heavenly Japan Family Federation. While everybody was discouraged, everyone offered devotion with life or death determination. So I asked True Mother, Mother, isn't it very hard? However, Mother's answer was that because you're here, I am okay. I was very shocked. Because you're fighting, I am doing my best. It's okay. But instead of saying that, what she said was, because you're here, I'm okay. This is Mother's words. And at the same time, this is heart of Heavenly Mother, the Holy Mother Han, that has been hidden. So I realized one very shocking thing, and that is, for a long time, there is someone who had to endure the pain and suffering throughout one's life, and that is Holy Mother Han.
現在進行形で拘置所におられる誠のお母様であり、そして誠のお母様がようやく解き明かされた。
So right now, True Mother, who is in the detention center, who have revealed Heavenly Parent and Mommy God, I realize that it is the Mother, Heavenly Mother, who has been confined and detained throughout one's life. Perhaps I can only realize this because I was a victim of confinement, but I realized that until now, I lived a life centered only on myself, looking only at my own mental stress and physical pain. That is why I suffered in my own way and lamented in my own way during those 5 years. But from now on, I have regained the determination to offer filial piety for my whole life, no matter what hardships or physical mental pain may come. To Heavenly Parent, who is now fully manifested and standing at the front lines of suffering far more than us, and to True Mother, who liberated Heavenly Mother and is now enduring suffering at the front line. So I was able to regain determination to offer filial piety, even if any mental or physical pain comes in the future. Members of Heavenly Japan, I think March 4th was a sad day beyond words. It was truly a day. It was truly a sad day. was our walk and voice of truth we tried to convey in vain. That will never be the case. Everyone, my brothers and sisters, the voices of many experts are currently spreading on X. Among them, an expert's post is about to exceed 7,000 reposts. The content, of course, concerns our family federation and the issues of kidnapping, confinement, and forced conversation. Members of Heavenly Japan, the truth we try to convey will surely be delivered to the world. I will act further as a youth representative for the victims of forced conversation. I am firmly determined that I will continue my activities further, not only domestically, but also by spreading the truth of this kidnapping and confinement overseas. And I am determined that I will never give up on my relationship with my family and will cherish and protect it. Choosing between the church called Family Federation or my own church, which one to choose and which one to abandon? The answer to that question is already decided in my heart. It is that I will abandon neither. I will never abandon both the bright future of Family Federation and the future of myself and my family. Members of Heavenly Japan and people of the world, please take interest and have a sense of awareness regarding this history and truth of kidnapping and confinement. If possible, please spread this truth widely, such as through posts on SNS. This is not simply something I said to block the dissolution order. For this country called Japan to be trusted by other countries, the most important thing is whether human rights are clearly protected in Japan. Other countries watch that strictly. If it continues this way, the country of Japan will lose trust from other nations. Therefore, to protect Japan's trust and to receive more trust from other nations, other countries, please spread the history and truth of this kidnapping and confinement and fight together. For the past 5 years, I relied on many Family Federation members. Now, I am determined that it is my turn to support and protect you. Members of Heavenly Japan, please cherish the time to let your hearts rest while combining all the devotion we can do now. Let us move forward toward the bright future of Heavenly Japan, Heavenly Korea, and the heavenly world.